Okay, so that video cut off, but I was able to get almost everything in there, and I just finished out whatever leg lifts I was doing and did a stretch, and that was the end of that. So I learned so much this past 30 days, and then also in recording what I look like. So number one, with my arm lifts, I need to bring it in a little bit more. So when I first started with the arm lifts, doing the triceps extension, my arms are like way far apart. I already know they're not supposed to be way far apart, so I brought it in. Then I thought I had the correct form, but because I videoed it, because I'm not doing this stuff in front of a mirror, so when I videoed it, I could see my arms were still slightly off to the side, and I thought to me, I can bring it in a little bit more into alignment. So I'll start that tomorrow when I do my arm lifts. Yeah, because really they need to be parallel. So they started out as like this, and I brought them in here, but from what I could see on camera, it looks like it can be brought in a little bit more parallel. So I'm going to work on that. Number one, I've achieved a measure of strength in my legs, so I think it's time for me to begin working on perhaps better form. It looks like when I was doing the front battment, I could, that looked pretty good, but the side one, that's not really a ballet move though. The side one was more like just a side lift, but I still think I can make that form a little bit tighter. So I gotta think about how to do that. I probably have to hold on to something and stand up straighter perhaps. I gotta see, how do you do standing side leg lifts? I don't know, I just kind of like made it up and started doing it. And I like that because it was painful at first. I was like, I can't do this. And I can only do a few. But listen, 30 days, man, it's only been a few, like 35 days by now, something like that. So now I can not only do it, I can do 10 of them. Another thing I have achieved in just that short amount of time was the ability to do all of those moves on one leg, which initially when I started, I could not. I had to do my right leg, and then I'd switch to my left to give my right leg a break. And then that one was tired, so I'd switch back to my right leg and do it on the side to give my left leg a break. And yeah, that's how out of shape I was. It was crazy. So now I can do all three or really four. I do sets of 10, but sometimes I do sets of 8. 8 I think is the standard, but sometimes I do sets of 10. In fact, most of the time I do sets of 10. Whatever, you get the idea. So, but anyway, I can do all of that on one leg now. So that to me is huge. Another huge thing is the fact that my leg is able to lift with strength up high. That is the highest I've ever been able to achieve actually, because I've never actually focused on doing Batman's the front leg extension on a daily basis. So that stuff is serious. Ballet is serious. See, ballet is serious, man. I was never anywhere near that high. I was actually surprised that, I have the flexibility, so maybe that's why, I don't know. But I was really, like, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, I'm getting excited. So that was excellent. And then my releve, I think the form looked pretty good. I need to work on lifting from my toes. You couldn't really see it on camera, but I could feel it, especially toward the end. Definitely not going up as high toward the end. So I just need to work on developing my feet muscles, flexibility, and ankle strength a bit more. And what else did I do? The squats, I think the squats form was good. 1, 2, 3. The thigh stretch. What I'm going to do with the thigh stretch now is I'm going to focus more on extending my leg back behind me even further at an angle. Yeah, so I guess that's what I'll do with that one. The balance looks okay. I was looking at somebody's video on how to balance, and I think it was Claudia Dean, and she stated to put all your toes on the floor, which I like that concept. Now, I was always taught to keep your foot flat on the floor so that you can lift your toes upward. So I never really focused on keeping all my toes on the floor at the same time. So, but I did like that technique in terms of balance. I could definitely, I don't know. I mean, I usually do the feet, the sole of the foot flat on the floor, and I extend my feet, my toes upward, just because that's what my instructor had taught me. But then I liked her method of keeping all your toes on the floor as well, because that helps for balance. So, but I'll keep that in mind, and I'm going to focus on extending my thigh out and upward as I'm maintaining my balance. I think that's the next direction I can go to with the thigh stretch. So that was it. I just wanted to do a quick assessment to remind myself that of how far I've come, and then to try to look at my form. So yeah, so from this point forward, I'm gonna write those things down in the morning, and then I'm gonna try it again in another 30 days and see what that looks like. So this is fun. So yeah, life at 40, man, it's interesting. Have a good evening.